Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah. Welcome to 1213 Prescott Way. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post another video. A video. A video. Video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy birthday to my daddy. Today's his birthday. And you guys, I know you saw the birthday video. And then this is where I tell you the story of why I didn't celebrate my birthday as planned. So, what I have today, I got a potato from Wendy's last night. David got it for me on his way home from work. I didn't know that I would not eat all of it. Took a few bites and I was like, I don't want any more. And then I said, okay, I'll take it to work and then order something to go with it. So they ordered from Pickleman's and I got a half of veggie sandwich. And now I realize why the veggie sandwich is always wilted and just looking terrible flat. It's because they always microwaved it. All their sandwiches are hot, whether it's veggie or whatever. So this time I was like, do not toast. And so that's why it looks like a veggie sandwich now. And then I forgot to tell them no cheese. So you remember one thing, forget the others. Forgot to tell them no cheese and no mayo / salad dressing, whichever. Don't like it. So, but I did scrape some of the mayonnaise off, took the cheese out, and then I had some mustard in my drawer and I put some of that in. The mustard is from Panda Express, so it's that, Asian mustard. I don't know, but it's better than nothing. So I hope you guys had a fruitful and fantastic weekend. But before I get into it, I need some bites because I am so hungry. So hungry. Mm. 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 Let's see what's popping. Mm. 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 Also, we have avocado. It had avocado sauce or something on it. Mm. You know what I don't get? You have lettuce, tomato, cucumber on a sandwich. That's your veggie. And then you microwave it. That just makes no sense to me. Mm-mm-mm. one bite, and then I'll get into it. Mm, 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 mm. Wash it down with some water. Okay. Mm. So, my plans were to go visit my sister in Ohio. She is outside of Cleveland. And so I bought my ticket, of course, for I was just going to do a quick Friday to Sunday, because my birthday was Saturday and celebrate Saturday. So when Wednesday got here, that was the night that I went to David's show because I knew I wouldn't be here on Friday, or the weekend. So I said I'll celebrate, because they do birthday shout outs every day for the month of whatever month it is. And so I did that. It was raining, pouring, and then they were talking about tornado, thunderstorm watches, and flooding and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, I hope it alleviates by the time my birthday comes on Friday. By the time I have to leave on Friday. Thursday night comes, nope, pouring, boom, bam, boom, thunderstorm, lightning. Friday comes, same thing as I'm on my way to work now. It's just raining consistently. It wasn't raining when I left Branson. But then when I got on the freeway in Springfield, that's when it was just pouring. I'm like, it's not looking good. I don't think I'm going to be able to get on this plane. So get to work and everything. I'm working, and then at about noon, I get a message from the third party that I booked the ticket through, saying the flight was canceled. So I was like, okay, kind of figured just was had that 1% chance. And so I went back home, told on my way home, told David flight was canceled, blah, blah, blah. And then it said, but as soon as they canceled it, they rebooked it for 7:09 the next morning, arriving in Cleveland at noon, 12:01. So I was like, okay, that's same difference, because I would have gotten there at midnight, Friday night, going into Saturday midnight, and I would have slept anyway because I went straight from work, blah, blah, blah. So I'd have had me a heavy sleep, probably would have awakened at 10. So what's a couple hours? So um, I said, okay, I'm going to sleep tonight and be able to get up and be fresh so that once I get there at noon, I'm not going to be tired. I'm just going to be able to do everything I need to do because that's my birthday day. And I'll be able to spend the time with my sister. We had things planned, and so that was exciting as well. And so I woke up at 4. Actually, David woke me up because I woke up at 2, and then my alarm was low. Didn't hear it, and he shook me. And the poor man, he's so sweet. He stayed awake from the time he got home from work when he got home at minutes to 11 until it was time for me to get up and leave. I kept waking up and looking at him because he was sitting up in the chair. And I'm like wondering, because I'm like, okay, he's up pretty late watching TV. He'll stay up till 2, 3 sometimes or whatever. So it's then it's 4 o'clock, and I feel him shake me, and I was like, oh shoot. So I get up, get ready, and I was like, what are you doing up still? And he was like, I want to walk you outside because it's still dark. And I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. So I look at my email, and it says your flight is confirmed and it's on time, and I got that email at 3 something at a.m. So I get in the car and I'm driving, there's a little sprinkling going on, no heavy rain or anything, it's just sprinkling. So I get to the airport, go through TSA, and then as soon as I go through TSA, I said, okay, now let me check the flight again because I'm headed to my gate which isn't that far because Springfield Branson Airport is really small. So I get to the gate and it says your flight is delayed until 10:29. And now, mind you, I'm supposed to leave at 7:09 a.m. Now it's delayed until 10:29 a.m. And then I'm looking, it says you'll get to Chicago now at noon, the same time I'm supposed to get to Cleveland. And then the flight from Chicago to Cleveland, I wouldn't get there till 4:51. I'm like, that's my whole Saturday gone, and I'm coming back Sunday. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm not spending my time in an airport. So I immediately get on the phone with American, and on the automated message it says, if you book through a third party, you have to call them. So I called the third party that I booked through, and I told her that I want to cancel my flight. No, I told him. The guy had to answer that first. I told him I want to cancel my flight because I went through the whole spiel of my time frame and not being able to do anything doesn't make any sense, wasting my money like that. So if they could rebook me for next Friday. So um, he was like, well, your plane was supposed to leave yesterday. Like he was insinuating that I mixed up my flight and got on the wrong, was at the airport at the wrong time. I was like, I know, it was canceled. Then he was like, oh, okay. And then he transferred me to a woman, blah, blah. Went to the whole spiel with her again. And then she put me on hold, because I told her I want to cancel my flight, told her why and all that stuff. And then she had to go on, put me on hold and contact American. They went through the whole thing. I was on hold forever. She said she'd call me back, and then she called me back and told me that they wouldn't let me. She said you have to book it either the day before or the day after in order to rebook. She said, or you can cancel. So of course, you know what I chose. So I canceled it. I said I'll just rebook it on my time when I'm ready to go again, because I already have plans for a couple weeks, and I'll tell you about that in a couple weeks. So canceled it. Said they'll refund my money in 15 business days. Blah blah blah. Whatever. So I went back home, got in my car, drove home, and so that's what I was going to do for my birthday. So then when I got home that morning, I was saying to myself, I'll go ahead and because I was debating, I was like, dang, now I am going to go to the show. No shade on the show, no shade at all. It's just something I just didn't want to do for my birthday, for David's show. And so I said, okay, I'll go to um, El Lago. It's a Mexican restaurant 2 minutes from the house, and I love their food. And I was like, I can do this video. This is the video I had planned on doing when I went to El Lago, because I was just gonna go be, by myself. You like alone time and all that stuff. You live with a bunch of people and stuff, so you like to be alone. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I like to be alone. That's how you process things and get things out and just be able to go within. And just because I was going to have me my shrimp cocktail, you saw how big it was. It is so delicious, $15 for that. And which is weird because their ceviche is $25. I've never ordered it, I've never seen it. So, and then he said it was like that big. So it's like, I don't know. Because that's basically ceviche to me when you get it, because they add there's the pico de gallo, and then it's like the only difference is there's like tomato sauce in it or something. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that's what I was going to do. So then Deborah, my girlfriend, gotta love her to death. She's so sweet, and she's thinking that I'm going to be lonely. I understand what she's saying, and she asked me if I was coming to the show for my, on my birthday, since I didn't go out of town, and I was like no. And then I told her what I was going to do. And I didn't ask her to go because I already had my plan, that what I was planning on doing. So during our conversation, I said, okay, do you want to come? So she did come, but I don't know, because she was like, I don't want you to be alone on your birthday, but that wasn't it. I didn't mind being alone on my birthday because that's what I wanted to do after the fact. I like sitting there having my conversation with you guys and, having a drink and eating. And like I said, I was going to tell this story. But I was like, we always have fun together. I love being with her. So, of course, it wasn't putting a damper in this because I knew I would do it eventually. So she did meet me there, which was a long drive from her. And that's another reason. That's the second reason I didn't invite her. The first reason is because I did want to sit there by myself. The second reason is because it was raining and all that stuff. And I just didn't want her to have to drive across town and all that. So I was like, I'll just do this by myself, have fun by myself, da 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 da. So she did come and we enjoyed our time, laughing, talking as usual. Um, had a Cadillac margarita. You only need one. And my shrimp cocktail. So we sipped on that. She had a delicious meal. I should have videotaped it, which I normally do, but I had totally forgotten. But she had, it looked really good and it was huge for more than one meal. So anyway, so that's what we did. And then I went back home and then what did I do? Played with the dogs, watched TV, blah, blah, blah. Then I went back to sleep. I fell asleep. It must have been about 9 something, because like I said, I had to get up early, 4 o'clock to go to the airport. So I had been up all that morning and evening and all that stuff. So, um, and then David got home, and I remember raising up and looking at him, but after that, it was blank. And he was like, "Yeah, that's all you did." And then I passed back out, obviously. So when I woke up again that morning, I went in the kitchen, and David had bought a cake. Oh, yeah, backtrack. So when I told him what I wanted to do, because he always leaves my birthday up to me, because I plan my birthday and his. I just love doing stuff like that. So he always leaves it up to me. So when I tell him what I'm going to do, then he's like, here, giving me money to do it. He loves doing that kind of stuff. So, and I love taking it because I already know what I'm going to do with it. I like to pick out my own gifts, you know what I mean? And I appreciate it when you pick it out too, but you know how some guys are, they don't know what you want. But anyway, I went in the kitchen. He had bought a chocolate cake because he knows that's my favorite. He bought a chocolate cake, one of those single one, not single, but you can get maybe like 6 slices out of it. And so I did bring a piece today. And I'm going to put it here just so you can see what it looks like. Well, you saw it on the video. I just remembered. So I brought that to eat today at work. And yeah, so my birthday wasn't what I planned, but I still enjoyed it. My sons called and my friends, and I've seen a bunch of messages on Facebook. I haven't been on there yet because I wanted it to be nice and quiet yesterday, which was Sunday, so I didn't go on social media or anything like that. So today is where I will be thanking everyone and reaching out and all that good stuff, and I appreciate all the love and all that stuff. So it put a damper on it, but it didn't destroy my birthday. I don't let things like that really get me down. It's just I was disappointed because I wanted to be with my sister for my birthday and, have fun and all that kind of stuff, just not be here. So, because this is my year of travel, so I'm going to do more traveling like I used to, like my husband and I used to always travel. And the past couple of years, I may have gone out of town once or twice. Well, actually, yeah, we hit a few states, but more often. And so that is what I did on my birthday, on my birthday, on my birthday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to finish the rest of my food because it is going on 20 minutes already, and I just didn't want this video to be that long. So I hope you enjoyed it despite my lack of eating that much. And running my mouth, but I just wanted to tell you, and you saw all the gifts that I got. I totally appreciated it. Deborah, she's just the best. And everyone else, my husband, of course, he's number one, and my children, and love everyone, my sister, my brothers. Thank you so much. And that is the end of the video. So, on that note, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post another video. And have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and night. And I will see you on the next video. Love you. Peace.